On some of my past videos, I've made a few subtle hints that I want to build an off-grid cabin on this place. Some of those hints so subtle, even I didn't pick up on them. The thing that's been holding me back on that is the county planning department and I do not agree on what I want to do with this place. But I think I'm close to getting some loopholes sorted out. But today, we're going to be going over on that hillside where I have some dead Douglas fir trees. We're going to cut them down so I can put them on the mill. So if all works out and I'm ready to start building, I'll be ready to go. Let's get to it. I will see you over there. I have some dead Douglas fir trees in this spot. They've been dead since early this year. I'm going to cut a couple of them down, see if they're still any good enough to put on the mill and make some lumber out of. Dead one there, dead one here. Couple dead ones up there. Woodpecker's working on that one. That tree's on its way out. It's going after the flat-headed fir borers, the bugs that are killing the tree. The heartwood is solid, but we have some decay in the sapwood. It's a small tree to begin with, so that doesn't give us a whole lot of solid wood to work with. A lot of times the sapwood will start rotting closer to the stump first because there's more moisture there. Then as you go up, it can be more solid. I don't know if you can tell, but from about here down, we have what we call a pistol butt. And that's where the log bends down like this at the butt. That crooked part doesn't do us any good. If we cut it off here, we'll get a straighter log and maybe get into some more solid wood. That's looking better. The sapwood is still a little bit punky on the outside, but there's still some good wood in the heartwood. I think as we move up the tree, it'll get better, but we'll get to some point probably where it dried up enough to where it's cracked. Well, maybe we'll get 2 or 3 8-foot logs between here and there. This tree still has green needles on it. It looks like it's alive, but it's actually dead. It just doesn't know it yet. If you look close, you can see all these woodpecker holes. The woodpeckers are going after the bugs that have attacked the tree. When this is happening, it's usually not until we start getting warm weather in the spring that the tree starts turning brown. Out of all these trees, it's actually best that we take this one because we can get all these bugs that are in it out of the woods before they attack the rest of the trees. Where these bugs attack is right under the bark. They don't get into the wood. The wood will be good. Then we can dispose of the offcuts. And I'm not really taking that much food away from the woodpeckers. They'll still keep going at it even in log form. Then after I mill it, they'll go through my offcut pile and they'll still keep going after them in there. Then I'll dispose of those in the spring, right before the bugs are ready to fly and spread to other trees. I think this is all the salvageable trees we got in this spot. There's one more over here that might be salvageable. That one's been dead too long, it's too far gone. This one, the closest one, might be good. I don't remember how long that one's been dead. The one behind it is too small, and the one behind it has been dead several years. It's way far gone. I'll do a quick test, cut into this one, see what the wood looks like. I just made a mini undercut in this one. I can tell the sapwood is gone. This one is not fresh, dead. It's not very straight. Looks like it has a lot of rotten sapwood. It's probably cracked on top. So we'll just leave this one for the woodpeckers. I could salvage a little bit of wood out of these, but I just don't think it's worth it. We'll load up the ones we cut, then move on to another location with some better prospects. We didn't get very many logs out of this spot. I ended up leaving several of them on the ground just because they were either too rotten or too cracked. Like these ones, they've just been drying too long. They got the big cracks in them, bugs getting into them. I think these trees were dead longer than I thought they were. If I would have caught them this spring, they probably would have been good. But if I do need more dry firewood, I know where to go to get them, because those are really dry. If I don't come back and get these for firewood, they'll just be wildlife habitat. We did get a few. I cut all these into 8 feet, except for this one. I left it at 16 feet because it's so freakishly straight. I can cut that into some 16-foot boards. The wood in it is still good. Hopefully that long one will not fall out when I go up the hill. We'll move that one on top of it to put some weight on it. If I knew this was all we were going to get, I probably wouldn't have brought the tractor and everything up here. I probably would have left those dead ones, but I'm glad I'm getting this green one out. Where the bark came off of it, you can see where the bugs are working underneath the bark. That tree would not have lived. I'm glad I got that one out of here so we can get these bugs out of the woods before they go infect other trees. Let's get these on the mill and see if we can find some lumber inside them. And I'm not really taking that much food away from the woodpeckers because they'll still keep. I tried to say still and keep at the same time. They'll steep. My goodness. They'll still, I think this is all the salvageable, I think this is all the salvageable